Have you ever had one of those days that was good and bad in the same day? That was my day today. Let me tell you about it. Okay, so I got up today to do my fourth 5K in 4 weeks, right? So total, I'm gonna be doing five 5Ks in 5 weeks. As soon as I do my last one next week, I'm gonna tell you all about it. So got up today at the crack of dawn. It's 6 a.m., completely dark outside. Make my way to the racetrack. It's a 5K fun run, but I don't run, I walk. Running is not my business. I mind my business, so I walk that thing. And the last 3 weeks, it's been flat. I think one of the races had one little hill at the beginning, but it was cool. Good. Today had 5 hills in the routes, and the route was 2.5K, and we had to go around twice to make the five to do the total 5K. So I was dying. I was like, what in the world? Thank goodness for Amand making me go through and well, not making me, suggesting, suggesting as my trainer to do the incline walking on the treadmill this whole week because that so saved me. Otherwise, I probably would have quit halfway through because it was intense. But I got that done, made my way to the train, took the train home, got on the vibration plate. I do the vibration plate every time I do a race. I do a vibration plate to make sure, like, to help with the soreness, and I do stretching, and then got changed, went to church, did some singing and dancing and worship. And the message was so good. Oh my gosh. Pastor talked about the discipline of gratitude and Thanksgiving today. It was so good. And then after that, hung out. I was going to hang out with my friends. That's what I've done the last, 3 weeks of races. And today, by the time service ended, my lower back was killing me. It was hurting so bad. And so I contacted Dr. Stretch again. Every time I do a 5K over the last now 4 weeks, I schedule a session with Dr. Stretch so that a trainer can completely stretch me out, and they get deep, 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 deep. It's a technique from Japan apparently that they use, and it's really deep, really deep stretching, and I need it. And that has been helping me like really get through because while 5K may not be the most strenuous for a lot of people, for a person who's been sedentary the majority of her life, especially since I've been working remote, working online for the last 8 years, I've been very sedentary. So it's been a big deal for me. Powering through and going straight through for an hour, no matter what the terrain is, and dodging other people, dodging cars, and not really dodging, walking. I know dodging is more of like a running activity, but I'm definitely, walking and making sure I don't bump into anyone. Excuse me. And so, anyway, vibration plate, church, was gonna hang out with friends. Ended up doing my Dr. Stretch session an hour earlier because I was like, I can't wait. I'm in so much pain. My lower back hurts. And I usually get a 90-minute session so they can stretch out everything. But because I moved it up an hour, they were like, we can only do 40 minutes. And I'm like, I don't care. Please, let's just focus on my lower back because I need it. And I worked with a new trainer today. And as soon as he started my stretching session, he was like, your hamstrings are so weak. And I was like, I know. But it just kind of like hurt me in my heart because to have someone independent of people I've worked with before just tell me that like so bluntly, I was like, I've been working so hard. I've made so many improvements. I've like me finishing any type of walking without having to stop, like walking straight through for an hour, that's huge for me. Completely huge for me. And so I'm like, I've been working so hard, I've been making progress, and then it just feels like it's not enough, you know? Um, but I had to go look at my data. My data told me, Raven, you're walking more than you ever have, right? So in October, during this 4 month health and wellness program I was doing, there was a challenge to do 10,000 steps per day. I did an average of like 8,500. And so I did 264,000 steps in 1 month, 31 days. Then in November, I didn't realize I had kept going, but three of the 5Ks I did were during November. I did an average of 9,000 steps per day. So I did 271,000 steps in November. And I'm still on pace doing lots of steps every day. That was not me. That was not me 4 months ago at all. 4 months ago, if you would have told me, oh, you're going to walk 9,000 steps per day, I'd be like, whatever. Absolutely not. And so I had to remind myself, like, Raven, you are making progress. So even though it sucks, even though it was a bad day from that comment, and that's not even the worst of it though, because that comment was kind of like, oh, I've been working so hard. But what really was the bad part about it was, like I said, my lower back was really hurting and he stretched me out and it was painful. This is my fourth stretching session with Dr. Stretch. This is by far the most painful because my hamstrings are weak. It made my quads tight. It made my glutes tight. And that was messing up my lower back. So he had to stretch all that out. And I almost passed out. I almost threw up. It was so painful. So I was just like, all I want to do is go home and go to bed. And I'm like, I don't even understand where this pain is coming from because I didn't have this problem the last 3 weeks. It's been the same routine. Get up, go to the race, complete the race, go home, go to church, go hang out with friends, get the stretching session, go home. That's been the same for the last 3 weeks. And then it was going to be the same for today. But then I had this pain and I realized, like, oh yeah, this was the first week I did personal training. And I did 3 personal training sessions. So weightlifting, something brand new I added to the equation and I didn't account for. So I didn't know, while the incline walking did help me tremendously to get through this 5K, the added stress of like doing weight training, right? And then also I haven't been sleeping since I started the weight training because I don't know, it's messing with my sleep. So I was like, okay, I have to do some adjusting. And that's what I'm going to look at today is how can I better support myself? Because I got one more 5K to go. And I don't want to feel like this again, though. I don't want to mess up. Like, okay, my hamstrings are weak. I am working on strengthening them, and that is much needed. But I don't want to be in this level of pain again. I actually kind of feel like my lower back pain was less painful than the stretching session I had. So I do not want to have to see him, this particular trainer, again, because he did. I was like, why do you hate me so much? And he was like, no, I like you. That's why I'm stretching you. I was in pain. I was in pain. But today was also a good day. I got to see my friends at church. The sermon was so good. And 2 people at church randomly just talked. They just looked at me. I wore this cute little dress today. And they looked at me and they were like, you're losing weight. Okay, girl. You're right. You're right. I was like, what? People are noticing. Like, for me, I look at the data, and the data tells me I'm making progress in my health and wellness journey, right? I have done all those steps I mentioned. I can do a 5K in an hour straight. I went from, I was in September 2024, I was 307 pounds. Today, December 2025, December 7th, 2025, I'm 248 pounds. What I'm doing, I'm making progress, right? So in a year and 3 months, I've made progress, down 59 pounds. But sometimes when I look at myself, I just look the same to me, you know? And so to have someone else tell me, like, they notice that I am slimming down, toning up, like, it's awesome. So amazing. So I was just like, oh, thank you for noticing. I've been doing it for myself anyway. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not doing it for other people. I'm doing it for myself, doing it for my own sanity, my own strength, my own health. But it is nice to have my girly pops notice. And some of them are even getting encouraged. Like, one girl, she noticed a while ago, but I actually, yeah, she noticed a while ago and she's like, oh, you're inspiring me. And so I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. Anyway, today was a good day and it was a bad day at the same time. I'm gonna go rest so I can do better. I need more sleep for sure. And look at what adjustments I can make to better support myself with doing this weight training and the last 5K I have to do. And then after that, I'll probably lay off on a lot of walking so that I don't overexert myself until until I build more strength, right, in my hamstrings. Definitely. And I'm not saying I'm cutting out all walking, of course. I like to walk. Um, Now I feel weird if I don't walk because I'm so used to it now. And so, yeah. All right, girly. I'll talk to you later. Ciao.